Hi, in this video we're going to upgrade the LEDs in this power window lock switch. This is out of 2004 Suburban, and we're going to take it apart and upgrade it. They're kind of a greenish color, I believe, and we're going to upgrade them. The customer wants blue. So the first thing we got to do is get it apart, which takes a few minutes. Kind of work all those little clips all the way around. You got 4 on this side, 4 on this side. I use this little thing here. You can use a little flathead screwdriver if you want. And just carefully take this top off, set it aside. You need to pull this circuit board out of here, set it aside. Now the board we're looking for is right here. This is where the LEDs are. These are what they call surface mount, reverse mount LEDs. You got one here, one here, one here, one here, one here, and one here. If this was a 2-door, you'd probably only have, I think, 3, but since it's a 4-door, we got a little more. Plus it's got the little mirror switch thing here. Now we got to get this board out. There's little tabs here to hold this board down in there. You're going to have to push them out all the way around. And try to get that board to come up. It can be a real pain sometimes to get them out of here. This one's coming out pretty easy for once. Just got to kind of finagle it to get it out of here. Last clip. There we go. And you pull this up and out. This is your board that has all the lights in it. There's the LEDs. You can see them. They shine through those holes there. They're technically upside down from normal LEDs, or reverse mount they call them, and we're going to replace them with blue. First thing I need to do is find where the corner is missing. On the LEDs there's a little corner notch cut at them. It's on right there. You just got to find it. What I do is I find them, then I mark it with a marker so I know which way it's pointing. So this one corner is facing that way. Okay. This one corner's up here. Corner's up here. Okay, I just marked where all the corners are. Now we're going to get these out of here. Alright, you gotta be careful taking these out so you don't damage anything. I just take a pair of tweezers with these little point on it and my soldering iron, and I will warm up one side here. Slowly lift it up. Then I'll do the same on this side. One down. 2 down. Three down. There we go. 2 more to go. Careful when you're doing this that you don't pry too hard. You don't want to pull the little solder pads off this board, otherwise you're probably looking for a new switch if you pull it apart unless you know how to fix it. Alright, those are all gone. Now what I want to do is take my solder wick here, and I want to kind of suck up all this leftover solder, get it off here. This stuff works great to get the solder off. You don't want to put too much heat to it, and then it comes right off. And nice and cleaned up here. Alright, it looks pretty good. Okay, now I got my new LEDs here, and I need to get them out of here. Do one at a time. One. I don't know if you can see it or not. There's a notch right there. I don't know if I can zoom in enough so you can see it. Gotta get out of focus there. I don't know if you can really see it too well. There's a notch. It doesn't want to focus very well. Well, you gotta look for the little notch in the LED, and it's right there. What I'm going to do is flip it over. The notch is right on this side, and I want to turn this around because I want the notch where my black line is, which is right there. So what I'm going to do, put just a little dab of solder on that pad. Take this guy over there. This should be good. Now I'll solder this side. Put a dab more on that side. And there we go. One of them's on. You can see it popping through the hole there. Get that one on. Get rid of these LEDs before I get them mixed up with the new ones. Alright. Another one out of here. I tell you, it's hard to see this notch. older I get, the worse my eyes are. Alright, so put a little dab of solder on that one. Move this into position here. Solder inside. See, they're both on there. Take a look, see it through the hole. Just keep doing this till we get them done. Let's take a look here. Notches. Okay, notches up top. Solder on that side. On that side. Looking good. Pop out another one here. And a notch. Notches this way. Yep, that's good. Alright, next one. Last one on this switch. And the notches on this little gizmo. That way. Oops. Should be good. It'll look good. Now we gotta test it, see how it works. Get some of this stuff out of my way. This off here. Oh yeah. Another thing I need to do is pull this little pad out of here. You got to modify it a little bit so the lights shine through correctly. Kind of line it up like this. And you can see LED right there. One right there. One right there. Nothing there. One there. One there. One there. One there. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 LEDs in this one, it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And then what I do is I modify this so the light comes through correctly. I got this a while back. It's for poking holes in belts. I find it pretty handy to do this. You just kind of line it up any way you want to do it. Cut it. This just goes a lot quicker for me. Just pop hole. Yeah. Helps when this thing's not all clogged up. There we go. And just pop holes into this little cover. There we go. Takes care of those. And then we put her back where it belongs. It goes this way. Make sure these little nubs are facing down toward the actual switches. And you can't mess it up because there's just a little stud here and a stud here, and it just lines it right up. Same with the board, which goes this way. And then you just push it down in there. Get it clipped into place. Then take this circuit board and you can see which way it goes. This side up. Just kind of line it up with the hole here and the hole there. Just kind of push it down in there like so. Then you take this piece and put it back. You can tell which way it goes on. It goes on like so. And then she's good to go. We just got to test it now. Well, I went to test it and one of the lights didn't come on. I took it back apart and I realized I didn't even put an LED in here. That does the whatever that is, the folding mirror window, whatever it is. So I guess I need to put an LED in there so it'll work. Thought it looked kind of funny once I got it back together and it didn't light up. Whoops. Guess that's what you call a brain fart. Let's see. Didn't clean that up either. Alright, got that cleaned up. Looking for my notch. Okay, it's up top where I want it. Okay, so that bad boy on there. Alright, that should fix it this time. Now we'll put her back together again and hope for the best. You know what, I'm going to test this before I stick it all back together again. I'll be right back. Alright, everything looks good this time, so we'll put this back together. Oops, that way. Line up the holes, push that guy back in there, get those clips back into place. Alright, then we'll get this board lined up. Which goes this way. Line up these little holes here. Little things sticking up above there. And this we got to put on here like so. Then we can plug it in and test it. Alright, I got her done here and brought it over to my tester. I got this homemade tester that I made. Pardon the mess. I've been working a lot out here. We'll turn this guy on. And there, the switch is lit up. Nice and blue. This guy looks super bright on the video, but it's not as bright as it looks. But it is brighter than these others. But they're not supposed to be super bright anyway. But they are blue. Now we're going to do the passenger side and the rear. Okay, now we got the passenger front door. We're going to take it apart. Sometimes they have these little seals on them. Most of them do. That driver's one didn't, so I'm thinking someone might have been in it. Anyway, you just remove that tape, get rid of it. Then you got these 4 little prongs that you got to work around. And she pops right apart. Get rid of that. We'll work on that guy later. We just need to pull this board out of here. Now this one's completely different. Why GM did this, I'll never know. These are surface mount LEDs and these are standard mount. They're actually facing the way you think they would instead of the other ones that were going through a hole. But you just look. Let me see if I can find my marker. Look for the notch. There's a little notch cut in them. Notches right there. Notches right there. It appears there's only 2 LEDs in this switch. Yeah, that's all. 1, 2. Guess that just illuminates, well, one for the window, one for the lock. Some have more. Anyway, the kit we sell has plenty to do whichever configuration you have, and sometimes you'll have leftovers, which is not a bad thing to have. That marker's about had it. Alrighty, let's see here. I'll get my little vise. Makes it a lot easier to work on when you can hold it in place. Get it in there. Tighten it up. And then we do pretty much the same thing we did on the other one. Get those LEDs out of there. Just carefully heat it up. Pry up easily. Kind of work it if you have to. And then she's gone. Same thing with this one. Sometimes they can be a little bit of a pain. There we go. Got both of those off. Put a little in the garbage. And then again, I'll take my desoldering braid and clean those connections up. Alrighty. I tried to change the way this was sitting because it looked like it had a lot of glare to it. And now we can work on it a little better. See, the LEDs went right here. One here, one here. And now we need to get our other LEDs. These are a standard mount LED. That guy out of there. One. And we mount these upright instead of the other way. Like GM had a better idea. They just never used it, I guess. Alright, get a dab of solder on that one. A little dab on that one. to solder right here. Right there. And we got one last one to do on this one. If you don't want to take this on yourself and do them, we can do them for you, which is obviously what I'm doing for this gentleman. He just didn't feel like he wanted to do this stuff, so we're going to do it for him. I'll put a link in the video description where you can go to get the service done. Alrighty, almost got this one done. Solder, yep. Get that out of there. Look at this little cover that goes over it. Alrighty, so we only got 2 locations here to worry about. So I'll poke a hole in that one. And that one. And this goes back in here like so. Take the board and let's see, line it up with that little, I doing it the wrong way. I am. Alright, goes this way. Okay, so used to that other one. Alright, kind of follow the little guides here, that guide pin there, and there's one underneath there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's one there. One there, one up under here. You'll see it if you got it apart. Then we just put this back together. Then I'm going to take it over there and test it real quick. Alrighty, both of those work great. Now we got the back door switches. We're also going to do these in blue. First thing we need to do is get it apart. I'm trying to remember how these come apart for sure. Yeah, it looks like we just pop these 4 clips all the way around. Yep, and just pull that guy out of there. There you go. A little surface mount LED. Look for the little notch. It's right there on this side. So I just always put a little mark on the side where the notch is. We'll get that guy out of there. That LED. Solder wick. Clean this up. There we we go, got that clean. Yeah, see, grab my little vise thing here. Kind of helps hold it in place so it doesn't move around too much. Well, maybe it won't work in that case. Let's see if I can get it out of here. There we go. Jack it up a little bit. It seems like we got a lot of glare. There we go. I'll just put a little dab of solder on that pad. Grab me an LED. Get rid of that old one. And notch. Toward the black mark. I like that one. Sometimes these things can be a little bit of a bear to get just right. Well, there we go. Little dab on that side. There, now we're good to go. And we need to make a little hole in this one. Together. Careful you don't flip this switch upside down, otherwise these little white pins will come flying out. You may lose them. They kind of push the buttons when they move. They make the contacts touch the board. So be careful, don't flip it upside down, you'll lose them, or could lose them. Let me just put that guy back together. We got the other one to do for him. So we'll do the same thing. The switch is the exact same thing on both sides in the rear. Just pop it apart. See what I mean? There's one of the pins that just flew out. Just carefully make sure I don't lose those. Pull this apart. While I got it apart, I guess I'll just put a hole right there. Or while I'm touching this. Anyway, that's out of the way. Get this out of the case. Get it in my little vise. See if I can find a notch. same as the other one. It's on this side. Get rid of that LED. Clean up some of this solder. Alrighty, now let's grab another LED here. This way. Alright, there we go. We got both of them done. Let's pop this guy out of here. Back in there. A little cover there. Make this hole a little bit bigger. Just to be safe. Put that back on there. And just pop her together. And they're done. They're ready to be tested. Let me oh, that's it. Now we've done both of them. They're both done. Plus the drivers and the passenger doors done. That's pretty much it. If you want us to do it, just find the link below the video and click on it, and it'll take you to our website and to this service, and we'll be glad to do it for you. Usually turnaround time's only about a day. Thanks for watching.